Region are voicing deep concerns over the severe impact of a prolonged dry spell that has devastated their crops and left many struggling. Farmers in the Zabzugu district are particularly worried about the possibility of famine if government assistance does not come soon. They have lost staple crops like maize, rice, millet, and even their main cash crop, yam, due to the long drought. Our regional correspondent Mohammed Aminu Alabraus in Zabzugu to cover this year's subdued Farmers' Day celebration.
This year's Farmers' Day is unlike previous celebrations. Instead of joy, farmers are facing a double disaster. The first was an extended dry spell that destroyed most of the season's crop. Farmers planted early maturing crops when rains finally came in late October, but soon after, heavy flooding wiped out much of their second efforts, washing away their field and any hope of stable harvest. ChannelOne visited Gotani in the Zabzugu district, where Farmers' Day was being observed, and spoke with farmers who expressed deep worry about the impact of both the drought and flood on their lives and livelihood. If government assistance doesn't arrive soon, they fear famine could be on the horizon.
And mostly, if you look at it, some people refer it as a curse by God. And we may say, others also say it's a climate change. And it has affected farmers a lot. If you look at our farm crops, most of it has just totally dried. And so governments should look at it and see how government can take care or support farmers this year. If not that, it's a very, very, very big disaster against farmers.
At the beginning of the year, I was able to farm 8 acres of maize and the whole thing dried off. So I was relying on the yam farm again, and the rain pattern didn't favor us again. So the yam itself, we can't rely on it. So frankly speaking, this year, if not government intervention, we those are the rural areas. We actually, if one can just boast on himself that we can survive this year, it will not happen.
The farmers are urgently appealing to the government for immediate support. Families that rely on farm produce are struggling, with many unable to cover school expenses for their children due to poor harvest.
Community, we are suffering a lot. To get food to eat is our problem because we don't get food. We are suffering in this community. So we are appealing to government to support us so that we also get something to feed our brothers, our fathers, and our children. Since I'm speaking, I'm a student in Guatane here. I think due to that, I can't go to school again.
Ahmed Yusuf Adakwa, the district chief executive for Zabzugu, acknowledged the hardship farmers are facing, noting that this dual disaster have significantly impacted them. He also shared that the government is implementing measures to support farmers and encourage them to consider adopting new farming practice in response to changing weather patterns.
Government this year never relented in its effort to ensure that some grants of farm inputs were extended to farmers. About 2,700 plus of farmers in this district benefited from that. 2 bags of fertilizer, NPK, and then a bag of urea.
In the past, Bimbilla, along with the entire northern region, has been known as Ghana's food basket. However, with recent crop losses, staple items like yam have become costly. A single tuber of yam now sells for at least 15 cedis in Bimbilla, highlighting the severity of the crisis. Farmers say these problems are linked to global climate change, a concept that many are still coming to understand. Without urgent interventions, farmers fear families across the region may face hunger. The call for help is pressing as food insecurity grows in the northern region.
Farmers in the northern here are complaining bitterly of the impact the dry spell have on their crops. They say most of their crops have been destroyed by the dry spell, and farmers are saying that if government do not come to support them, there could be famine in the season because they do not have crops or anything to live on. Their rice, maize, cassava, which are the staple food, have all been destroyed. In the Zabzugu Taltale district, the Farmers' Day is being held at Godpani in the district. From there, Muhammad Aminu M. Alabira reporting for Channel One News.